Hey guys, welcome to AtlasCollectables.com. My name is Scott, and we got some modern for you today. And this is sort of a pet deck of mine. Um, this is not a deck you usually see in modern. This is blue-black, either mid-range or tap-out control or blue-black disruption. Um, any of those names will suffice, but it is at its core a blue-black deck. And I truly believe that this is the best shell for Jace the Mind Sculptor. Jace is a card that once it was unbanned, people weren't quite sure where to put it in. They were trying it on all sorts of counterspell control decks, and it hasn't actually done all that much since being unbanned. So I've had a lot of experience with this deck. I've taken it through a number of leagues, and I have never gone worse than 3-2 with it. I've gone 3-2 probably a majority of the time. 1-5-0 that wasn't published, and a handful of 4-1s. But that just kind of shows you the diversity of modern as a format itself. But anyway, let's talk about the deck. Disruption. We got 7 main deck hand hate spells, 3 Thoughtseize, 4 Inquisition. We have 4 main board copies of Spreading Seas as some more disruption. Liliana the Veil, great disruption. And then Jace the Mind Sculptor, Fate Sealing Your Opponent, fantastic disruption. And then the rest of the deck is mainly removal in Fatal Push, Cast Down, Hero's Downfall, 1 main deck Damnation, a couple of Cryptic Commands because the card is absolutely insane. Serum Vision's the best cantrip for this deck. And then Snapcaster Mage to get it all back, Pseudo Win Con, along with Jace, Liliana the Veil, Liliana the Last Hope to get back our Snapcasters if need be. It's also very, very good against certain matchups. Just tick up, kill a Noble Hierarch, or especially with all the humans decks running around, does a fantastic job against them as well. And then a card you don't see too often, Bitter Blossom. So along with all the disruption to protect a card like Jace, you can also have a handful of 1/1 flyers, and the only way to get around that is to have creatures with trample, which you only see in a small portion of decks. Bitter Blossom I have found to be quite good as a main board card. I end up sideboarding it out a lot, but in the main it tends to be very, very good. And then against certain decks, it just wins you the game if you can turn to this card. Because very, very few decks main board enchantment removal. But this is the deck in a nutshell. It has played very, very well for me so far. Again, the whole goal of this deck is to turn 1 disrupt your opponent's hand or set up your hand for the later turns. Kill some small creatures, disrupt their mana, land Lily, start attacking their hand, get rid of big creatures, and then eventually get down Jace. And if you're behind, you start brainstorming, looking for your answers. If you're ahead, you start Fate Sealing your opponent, and then eventually win the game. I ultimate this card a lot more than you'd think. It is just a fantastic, fantastic card. We'll quickly talk about the mana base. There's one controversial decision I've made in this deck that a lot of people don't usually make, and that's the inclusion of Drowned Catacomb over Darkslick Shores. And the reason being is that I have found in a number of situations, like I said, I've played this deck a lot. I found that for the majority of situations, I would rather peel a Drowned Catacomb. I would rather peel a Drowned Catacomb late game more than I would rather have a Darkslick Shore in my opening hand. If that makes sense. I think the upside to this card is much higher, especially when you're looking to make a land 4 hand drop, or make your 4th land drop in order to play one of these cards. So in the matches where you really want damnation, if you need to play it on turn 4, to stabilize the board, then you need to peel. I'd rather peel a Drowned Catacombs. It's a very, very small percentage of the time where that's going to happen, but I think the upside to this card is much higher. And you can feel free to leave a comment or something, disagree with me, give me some reasons why you feel that Darkslick Shores may be better in this slot, or let me know if you agree with me. Either way, I'm open to hearing what you guys have to say. We'll quickly talk about the sideboard, and then we'll get into some matches. 3 copies of Ceremonious Rejection. This card is great against all the Eldrazi Tron running around, Tron in general, and believe it or not, it's really good against Affinity. The reason behind bringing this card in against Affinity is because you don't have any artifact disruption. So cards like Etched Champion, if you don't find your Liliana of the Veil, and you've removed all their other creatures, very, very situational answer to Etched Champion. This is a great answer to Etched Champion. It's also a very good answer to Cranial Plating. Those are the 2 cards that you have a really, really hard time beating. Surgical Extractions for graveyard, just graveyard value. I find that this deck can grind through a lot of matches when your opponent is missing one of, if not their only, win con. And I happen to be a big fan of extraction effects. I know a lot of people aren't. I've chosen this card over, let's say, a 3rd or 4th copy of Nile Spellbomb. My next step in this deck is actually to test out Leyline of the Void, but I'm still working out the kinks to this deck. So Surgical Extraction, Nile Spellbomb, very, very good options for Graveyard Hate. We have another 2nd copy of Damnation and a copy of Engineered Explosives. For the humans matchup, Merfolk, anything that goes wide, elves, just kind of a catch-all for creature-based decks. Counter Squall for control-based spells decks. Collective Brutalities for the same reason, also for additional hand disruption, and very, very good against burn. This deck tends to be a little weak against burn, so perhaps a 3rd copy of Collective Brutality in the future may be warranted in this deck depending on the meta. Liliana, fantastic card in certain matchups. Really, really strong value card. Again, with all the humans decks running around, Liliana tends to be a really, really good card. And then we have Liliana's Defeat for the mid-range matchups. I don't really have a problem against those matchups. I find that this deck is favored in a lot of cases against Jund and Abzan. But in the current meta, you don't see those too often. I find Jund has fallen off quite a lot, but Liliana's Defeat's a nice card to have against that deck. And you bring in your other copies of Damnation. Engineered Explosives is very good against those mid-range decks as well. But anyway, that's the deck. We're going to run this through League, and we'll see you guys in round 1. Hey everybody, welcome to round 1 with Blue-Black Disruption. I'm still working on the name. I don't think that's necessarily the best thing to call the deck. Let's see what our opponent decides to do. Yeah, I think we can go ahead and keep this. So depending on what our opponent, oh god, is this humans? Yeah, okay. Sure. So let's see what we draw here. Spreading Seas. See, it's a toss-up on whether to lead off on Tar Pit or Island Serum Visions. Tar Pit gets us closer to Liliana, which is fantastic in this matchup. And then we could play Bitter Blossom on 2. Yeah, I think I like that. This isn't the best plan if our opponent has an aggressive draw. Yikes. Okay. So now it's time to use Serum Visions, because we can't do anything else. Hoping to find a Fatal Push here. We found a land. Don't think we can keep Watery Grave. We can't keep Serum Visions either. We're going to be under too much pressure to screw around with fixing our draw step. At this point, we gotta hope to draw out of this. Kite Self Rebooter? Yeah, that's rough. I don't really know what our opponent takes here. Next turn we have Bitter Blossom or Spreading Seas. Take the Downfall. Oh boy. This is quite the draw. Sure. Oh boy. So next turn, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna hit 4 down to 11, down to 10 with the token. So I don't think Bitter Blossom is necessarily the way to go anymore. Opponent sure is taking their sweet time. Nice. Well, it doesn't, yeah, this could be rough. Oh, okay. It's actually not that bad. Sure. I think we'll play... Do we play the island because they know about it? I think swamp's probably just better. The turn. I think the plan is to Fatal Push Meddling Mage, and then Liliana kill Thalia. Take 2, 3, 4, 5 down to 6, and then 3 down to 3. This is not good. At least they didn't draw Mantis Rider. This might be the wrong play, because if they got another Meddling Mage, it works out really, really bad. Okay. Ooh. So Liliana uptick, take 3. They draw a Mantis Rider, we die. I think at this point I got to go for the high risk, high reward play. I could have just passed in Cryptic, but I think this play has more upside. We're so far behind in this game that I think I got to take a little bit of a risk. Canopy, so I guess that's a redraw. No Mantis Rider, no Mantis Rider. Okay, that's not bad. So we can't kill Liliana. They're both going at me. Okay. That's fine. Awesome. So I actually don't mind where we are right now. I think I counter this. Yeah, no, that's fine. This just dies to Liliana. Aha. Now I think I counter tap all creatures. Oh, perfect. Leave a push, snap, push. And then I have the downfall. Yeah, I think it's correct to just pass here. This Bitter Blossom is absolutely useless, by the way. There's no chance that we ever cast it. Sure. Awesome. And Lily ultimates next turn, which is nice. Could play Jace. Or I can just pass and leave up Snap Cryptic. Sure, that's fine. Liliana just kills that, right? And we'll counter draw. The next turn we can Jace and Fate Seal. Swing him a Snapcaster. think I'm actually gonna Serum Visions. Inquisition is garbage. We'll bottom that. We'll top Scalding Tarn. I wouldn't mind another land. So now my plan is to Ultimate Liliana, and then I have Cryptic, counter, bounce, Snapcaster. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I don't really want him to be able to place creatures at instant speed. There's always a chance our opponent could have running Mantis Riders, which just kill us. So I think it's important to leave up counter magic. So this protects us a few ways from Mantis Rider. One, we have Snapcaster Cryptic, counter bounce Snapcaster, and then we have Snapcaster Flashback Push with Revolt if we were going to leave the Scalding Tarn uncracked. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't going to be long until we won there, but I think that was a really well fought match. So going to sideboard, we bring in another copy of Damnation, Liliana the Last Hope, Engineered Explosives, and Collective Brutality. What we don't want are Bitter Blossom. They're a little too aggressive for that. I think we just win the way that we won there. We want to leave in all our removal. We'll probably cut some number of Thoughtseize. Everything in their deck is 3 cost anyway. I think our life total is just too valuable to have these in the deck. And we do have Collective Brutality for some extra removal. Maybe 1 Thoughtseize is correct. And cut 1 Spreading Seas. Yep. Alright, seems fine to me. Let's run it back. I would love a turn 1 Thoughtseize or Inquisition. Oh boy. Yep. This is a fantastic hand. Sure. So we're gonna play Swamp, preserve our life total, and hopefully snag a Kite Self Rebooter. I don't really care all that much about Mirror Crusader. I mean, like, I kind of do. If they end up finding out we got 2 Damnations in our hand. Mantis Rider is just much more hard to cast. So I think we'll just take Mirror Crusader. Fatal Push off the top would be lovely. Okay, so that was their draw for the turn. Which means we can actually run out Snapcaster as an Ambush Viper next turn to preserve our life total a little bit. Cryptic is not bad. Sure, we'll play the Creeping Tar Pit. Don't think there's really any need to run out the Snapcaster. We can snap Thoughtseize away the second Mantis Rider to preserve our life total a little bit. So they have one Mantis Rider, one Unknown in hand. It's not exactly what I wanted to see. Drop, go to 10, go to 9, which is 3 hits from the Mantis Rider. Yeah, I think I actually like that. And then we have this to chump if they drew another human, which they most likely did. Thalia. I actually have to take Thalia. That's really unfortunate that they drew Thalia. So we're going to chump. They're going to play Mantis Rider, get us down to 3. Cool. Yep. Mantis Rider kills us. Wow, really? Oh, sweet. So I think we're going to get Jace down. On the bottom, no I don't, you can draw that. Now our plan here is just to Fate Seal every turn. I gotta leave up Cryptic. This is interesting. I actually think I am going to put that on the bottom. Because the reason being is Aether Vial's going to tick up, and that can be played at instant speed. Sure. That's a great draw. Warler Rogue. Yeah, I don't really want any shenanigans with that. Did you get a 2-drop? They did. Okay, let's see what they got. Dahlia. Sure, that's fine. I'm doing this just to keep our life total high. Okay. Come on, show me a land. Oh my goodness. Yeah. We're close to just winning here. So they might have a land in hand. Okay. No, you can draw that. So at most they have 2 action cards in hand. We actually have enough mana to activate Tar Pit and Cryptic. Sure. That's fine. I know they're drawing a land here. If I tap, they still have priority in the beginning of combat, so I'm going to let them swing. Turn target permanent to its owner's hand. And we drew Snapcaster Mage. That's unbelievable. Okay, so 2 Mantis Rider there. 3, 4. Okay, so I think those are their only haste threats. One, two, three, all 4 Kitesail freebooters. Okay. Alright. I know they put a land back too, so that's good. So now we just Damnation. Either way, we also have Snap Downfall, which is good. This was a super tight game. Both games where I was down to 3 life and 2 life. Awesome, great. Well, we took down Big Bad Humans in the first match, so overall, the decks felt pretty good. My draws were very above average in these games as well. But hey, when you fill your deck with a whole bunch of good cards, that tends to happen. We will see you guys in round 2. Alright guys, welcome to round 2. And we're going to be on the draw once again. Yeah, this is a perfectly reasonable hand. See what our opponent's on. Pluto Delta doesn't tell us that much. If they had the hand disruption, they would have played it, so I think we'll go ahead and Serum Visions. It ends up giving us more information in the long run. Drowned Catacombs is nice for Cryptic. But I think we can end up getting there with Field of Ruin anyway. I am going to keep Snapcaster. Unless you're about to die the following turn. Snapcaster's a great thing to put on top. Well, this tells me that we're up against Death Shadow. There's no reason to shock, to fetch shock, unless you actually want your life total to be low. I'll just play Swamp and Thoughtseize. Grixis Death Shadow it is. Don't care about Dismember. I don't particularly care about Bolt, so it's going to be one of the creatures. I think at this point I'd rather take the Death Shadow. If he wants to delve away his yard, I'm fine with that, because I do have Hero's Downfall. So let's go ahead and we'll bin Death Shadow. I'm pretty sure they can go... They can't actually cast it without a... Okay, now they can. So Pluto Delta was the draw for the turn. Or no, Thoughtscour was the draw for the turn, and they drew Pluto Delta off of it. So we do know their whole hand. And I have a feeling a Death Shadow and a Gurmag Angler are on their way. Yep. Gurmag Angler's fine. Death Shadow's fine. I could Field of Ruin the red source, but then I'm kind of left to not very much. So I think I'm actually just gonna play Hero's Downfall in their upkeep. Do I want to give them a chance to dismember? I don't think I do. Because they could dismember in response, making their Death Shadow really large. Crap. That was probably the worst draw. I think Cryptic is the choice here, but may as well go ahead and... Oh, he's gonna bolt himself? Okay. That's fine. Great. This works out fine. I wouldn't mind keeping them off red. They do have an island in hand. This deck doesn't play a lot of basics. So upkeep. Oh, is he actually just going for the win? Yeah, that's fine. I understand that, but go to swamp. And our opponent's at 3. With an island and 1 unknown. I could snap Thoughtseize. Problem is, if they drew a removal spell, it becomes really bad. Unless it's a red card like a Terminator or something. I think it's actually worth it. It feels like they're F6'd. Okay. Sure. I need to fade 1 draw step. Ooh, Bitter Blossom's actually really good. Yeah, even with the fact that I drew the cast down, I don't think the correct play there is to dismember your own Death Shadow. Last Hope seems pretty bad here. I do like explosives. Spell Bomb is good. Surgical Extraction is actually quite good. Liliana's Defeat is great. There's an argument for Counter Squall. Bitter Blossom seems good. Attacking their mana seems good. Fatal Push is good. Thoughtseize is good. All of these are good. What am I supposed to cut? I guess maybe I cut a Damnation. I think EE is fine enough. Then we have these for their bigger threats. cut. Jeez. This is crazy. Alright, maybe Nile Spellbomb is not where I want to be. And then I'll cut 2 spreading seeds. Does that seem fine? This actually goes on 1. Maybe, no, you know what? Maybe that's not where I want to be. I have enough removal and stuff that spreading seeds is probably just better. Yeah, this seems fine. Yeah, turn 1 Serum. If they got Thoughtseize, it obviously becomes a lot worse. So they just take Serum Visions, but I don't know, maybe they take Spreading Seas too. Okay, I guess I don't have it. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I think we just go get Watery Grave here. Serum Visions. Inquisition's nice. I don't think I'm in the market for Jace just yet. Field of Ruin I'll keep though. Wouldn't mind the 4th land drop here. Sure. Fetch, this could be a Gurmag Angler. Thoughtseize, sure. It could still be a Gurmag Angler. Either way, I have a turn 3 spell to deal with it. I'm fairly certain I'm well protected from this Thoughtseize. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. I think Spreading Seas is a better use of our mana. Wouldn't mind, I could keep them off red. The next turn I have Hero's Downfall. That's probably fine. Nice. If our opponent can't do that much damage to themselves, okay, never mind. Scratch that. Pluto Delta, Fetch Shock, yikes. Oh, they do have 2 Blood Crypts. You don't usually see that. So we could Downfall here. But if they have Stubborn Denial, it's really bad. Liliana is also gets Stubborn Denial. I think we Inquisition, take 1 more hit. You can take 1 more hit, I think. Now that being said, if they have 2 more Battle Rage, we just die. I actually think that might be a reason to... Oh, no, I guess it doesn't matter. It ends up killing us anyway. So this makes me think they do have the Stubborn Denial. They're debating on whether to counter this or not. Looks like they're going to. Colligan's command, eh? Okay. Well, they did 2 damage to themselves, okay. So you take Lightning Bolt. And they have lands in Street Wraith. So they cycle Street Wraith and go up to an 8/8. If they have any way to deal damage to themselves, I just die. So I think I just pass. Oh wait, never mind. They have steam vents. So they can take Hero's Downfall or Liliana. Either way, I get to kill. Kill their Death Shadow next turn. If they drew a removal spell, that means they will win. So they play Steve Vance, crack it, go to a 9/9 and hit me for lethal. Takes Liliana, plays Steam Vents, shocks. And they have 1 unknown in hand. And we'll block. Is it a creature? Oh, another Death Shadow, eh? Yikes. I don't see a way out of this. What do I need here? I don't see a way out of this. I can downfall 1, then I'm left with Serum Vision's mana. So let's start with Serum Visions. Inquisition, Liliana's Defeat. Yeah, drawing Liliana's Defeat would have been fine. Bottom, top. Spreading Seas. Draw Liliana's Defeat and then still die. Okay. That's fine. Alright, we'll go back to sideboarding here. Maybe EE is something I want instead of Spreading Seas. I'm on the play this turn. Collective Brutality doesn't seem all that good. I have enough hand hate as it is. I think I'd rather be on the remove their stuff plan. Sure, let's go with this. Yeah, we will play. Hui. Yep, yeah, I think this is a keep. The Cryptic is a little awkward, but everything else is very playable. We hope to scry into some lands here. We are gonna bolt ourselves. I don't think I want Downfall. I definitely want Bloodstained Mire. Pass the turn. Alright. Shock and Thoughtseize. Oh, Serum Visions. That's nice. Now we have a nice Spreading Seas target. Again, I think we shock ourselves. Alright. Don't have any big creature removal. Blood Crypt. So they do have all their colors. Sure. Mm-hmm. Nice. I think now we actually snap Serum Visions. Gotta make sure we hit these land drops. And hitting the land drops actually means we can play Jace, which actually represents a really nice removal spell for the Delve threats. Ooh. Okay, I actually like both of these. So we're going to top and then we'll draw the land. Pass the turn. Then we actually have Cryptic Mana up. Sure. 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 Takes the other Fatal Push, eh? I think we'll attack here. Stubborn Denial gets us no matter what. So I think what I'd rather do actually is Serum Visions. Draw the Hero's Downfall that's on top of the deck. Ooh, interesting. I wonder if they don't have any threats in hand. Okay. Stubborn Denial. Okay. Okay. I think I want to play Jace here. Minus. Next turn we actually have Inquisition plus Cryptic. Sure. So the cards in hand are Death Shadow and one unknown. Serum Visions. Death Shadow, two unknowns. Actually, what are they doing with this? Top. I don't like that. Oh, okay. So now I think we return target permanent to its owner and draw a card. And now we actually get to take the Death Shadow. Awesome. And then we drew Liliana. And that might be game ending. Booyah! Wow. That was pretty sweet. Now, our opponent actually knew we had Cryptic in hand, so I don't think that was the correct play on their part. But that's a really difficult line to see. So, but anyway, we're 2-0, and we'll be back for round 3. Alright guys, welcome back for round 3. We're going to be on the draw for the 3rd straight match. It's worked out pretty good for us so far. Yeah, seems fine. This is the difference between Drowned Catacombs and Darkslick Shores, right here. Well, it worked out this time, but other times it sometimes doesn't, right? So we're forced to Inquisition this turn, but it just so happens that's what you want to do. So we are playing humans again, and I have no desire to play against Thalia, so we're going to be taking that. I could care less. Well, that's not true. I really don't want them to have Thalia, but you know, you win some, you lose some. So it looks like we're going to be able to take a Reflector Mage here, which isn't terrible. We are going to have the plan of Serum Visions, Thoughtseize next turn. So let's see what they do here. Thalia's Lieutenant, and then in response to the trigger. Okay, that's smart. That was really good. Okay, so they played all of these. Okay, so we'll start with Thoughtseize. Phantasmal Image. I don't really want them to have that because then they copy Thalia's Lieutenant. So they can play their Reflector Mage if they want. I'm not too worried about that. I'm looking for a land here. I found one. Ooh, Jace. Jace is so good. I don't really know if I want either of these. That's a lie. I think I want to bin this. And then Jace on top. Reason being is our opponent is really close to empty-handed. And the Fate Seal Jace is a very respectable way to win the game, as we have already seen in round 1. So that ticks up. Let's see what their draw for the turn was. Well, I guess it wasn't a land, because it looks like they're going to go ahead and play Reflector. Oh, is it a Mantis Rider? Crud. Okay. That's not exactly what I wanted to see. Okay. So I have Snapcaster for Inquisition, and then I can chump Thalia's Lieutenant. I think that's a respectable, very respectable line, and then I have Damnation for the following turn. It keeps our life total high. We get hit for 4 the following turn. We go to 8, and then 6 from the Watery Grave. I think I'm fine with that. Alright, no cards in hand. Let's see some lands off the top. No, not Athalia. Oh, okay. Whew. Oh, that would have been rough. This is gonna be rough anyway. We're gonna take 5. Or 6, sorry. Go to 6 and then 4 from the Watery Grave. But our opponent is empty-handed. We were lucky to draw our 1 of Damnation in this match. Our opponent seemed pretty shocked to see that. No Mantis Rider. Alright, that's fine. Can I go to 3 here? I think I can. They haven't seen a land yet, so there is a very real chance that's what's on top. Well, Serum Vision's first. Ooh, Liliana. Oh, I like that. Oops. No. Let's undo that. Did I put that to the bottom? I hope I did. I guess the Control Z function didn't work. But no matter. I think we'll play Jace here, and we'll get the information that we want. That's not what I wanted to see. But I can always bounce that and make him discard it. Yeah. No, that's fine. You can draw that. And there's no way for them to flash it in, so that's okay. Oh, I forgot that that pumps up the Thalia. Ooh, that's a pretty big misplay on my part. Okay. This isn't terrible just yet. Okay. Alright, let's see if I can figure my way out of this. So I'm going to return this to their hand. And now they sack a creature. Place... oh, oops, that's not what I want. We place Spreading Seas. We can't fetch anymore, so it is important to get these lands out there that we can. That stinks. Still okay, though. Sure. Okay, so let's each player discard a card. Oh no. Okay, this is still okay. Okay, so we gotta get rid of the freebooter, and then we'll Inquisition the freebooter. And now we have Tar Pit activation to block the Reflector Mage. Come on, draw a land, please. Okay. Sure. It's not what I wanted to see. Alright, I think we're gonna brainstorm. Okay. We'll put back Jace. Scalding Tarn. This is rough. Do I fade a Mantis Rider for one turn? Because I would rather try to keep this Lily around if I can. But I can also minus, make them sack Thalia, and then leave Hero's Downfall and Inquisition. I know my next two draw steps aren't good. This may have been a mistake if there's a Mantis Rider on top. Anything else is free game for Liliana. Okay, good. Now we can Fate Seal for a turn. Ooh. I am actually going to put that on the bottom. I don't want them to have another draw. Again, this could be a huge mistake, but I think it's important that we keep our opponent to one card a turn. Sure. Maybe that was a mistake. Oh, I'm going to draw another land next turn anyway. I don't know if I have any way to gain life. I don't think I do in my in the main. Sure. So we'll discard this. Reflector Mage. No, that's fine. Oh, he can instant speed that. No. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh no. Shoot. I can actually get a shuffle with this, which is nice. So we're going to brainstorm. Cryptic. Great. So we'll put back this and this. Yeah, and we can actually shuffle away and leave up Cryptic. So I'm going to make him discard. He's going to Ether Vial, put in that, and now I'm going to return it to its owner's hand and draw a card. Because I think I might want to keep this Liliana the Last Hope. Oh, this is tricky. Again, if they draw Mantis Rider, I just die. Oh man, this is close. Come on, please don't Mantis Rider. Well, that's no good. So let's discard. Yep. Let's see what you got. Nice. Oh man, the power of these planeswalkers is off the charts. Resto? They actually can't cast that. Nope. Do they uptick Vile, is the question. Nope. Sweet. Now I hit Resto with the Veil. I have a Snapcaster Mage in the graveyard. I'm pretty sure I'm going to minus to get that back. And then plan on winning with Jace. And then I have Cryptic. Okay. Get back Snapcaster Mage. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I do have 6 lands. That means I have to bin the Serum Visions. Nope, you can do that. Okay, I feel pretty good about this now. Let's start by Jace Fate Seal first. Champion of the Parish, yes. You can keep that. And then we win the game. I guess we'll... Yeah, whatever. Oh boy. Just to make sure. And we won the game at 1 life. That was one heck of a game. Alright. Well, this gets a little bit better after sideboard. So we bring in another Last Hope. We bring in the other Damnation. We bring in Engineered Explosives. And we bring in Collective Brutalities. Cards that are bad are Spreading Seas. I don't quite remember how we boarded in the last one. Downfall, Cast Down, very good, very good. Was it just Spreading Seas? I feel like 1 Jace is probably good to get rid of, and then a couple of Spreading Seas. Because everything else seems great. Or did we trim a Lily last turn? Maybe we do that instead. Lily. Yeah, this seems good. Run this back. Not the greatest hand. but certainly not a mulligan. Well, they have no 1-drop, which is really nice. All our mana comes in untapped now, which is great. So Thalia would stink here. Okay, Ether Vial. I must have just drawn that. Inquisition. Oh, so close. Well, now we actually have Lily on curve and Cryptic on curve, so that's really good. I don't think this deck plays any spells, so there's no reason to duress mode Collector Brutality. Sure. Black and from red. Sure. That's fine. I mean, it's not great, but we would really like to see Damnation at some point. See, the problem is if I run out Liliana here, and they flash in a 1-drop, then they just get to kill Lily on the crackback, and that's not really what I'm about here. Okay, well they didn't have it, so that's unfortunate. They do have Mantis Rider for next turn, but I can kill that. Meddling Mage is seriously annoying. But this gives me protection. Yeah, I think I'm gonna kill this. Because with these 3 cards, like Resto's kind of annoying. But we'll see what happens here. So Meddling Mage. Oh, okay. Just gonna play Mantis Rider. That's fine. They gain 1 life. Is that how that works? Okay. I take 4. They have 1 unknown in hand. Sure. Snapcaster Inquisition is nice. I can kill the Meddling Mage. I can Snapcaster Ambush this. That's not bad actually. They would need to draw a land. Okay, I think I'm okay with that. And pass the turn. No land. Draw a card, okay. I like that. Sure. There we go. Well, let's go top and top. My plan is to Hero's Downfall the Meddling Mage. I'll take 5 in the process. Going down to 8. Okay. Well, it's not 1, so that's good. Okay. That's annoying, but he is going to have to sacrifice it when I bounce it with Cryptic. Sure. So last card is Resto. Okay. So we'll pass the turn. Okay. Return target performance in someone's hand, tap all creatures. I wouldn't mind a Thoughtseize off the top. Wait, what? Oh, I guess that counters the first part. Oh, no. Uh-oh. That's not good. Okay, cast down is fine. Wow. I guess... Oh, it fizzles the other part of Cryptic Command. I knew I was drawing cast down anyway, so that's good. No, not Thalia. Oh, Mantis Rider? Oh, no. Alright, we gotta concede because we gotta win this game really quickly. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. Santa Lilia's defeat, Counter Squall, those are all mediocre. Yeah, I don't think Spreading Seas is what I want in this matchup. Just because I think Lily was really good. Lily's a good card in this matchup. Okay. Let's try it like this. Sure. I think I play Polluted Delta here and pass the turn. Sure, I should have played Creeping Tar Pit, damn it. Pretty sure that was our one of two Spreading Seas, so now we have Fatal Push, Snap, Fatal Push. So that's good. Sure. We shall be Fatal Pushing that. Oh, awesome. That's a great draw. So play Drowned Catacomb. Oh, I'm so dumb. Fatal Push only costs 2, not 3. I should have played Creeping Tar Pit. Cryptic is nice. I just play Field of Ruin, pass the turn. Leave up Cryptic. Oh, I gotta win this game in 6 minutes. Uh-oh. Not Damnation. Oh, actually, name Damnation, don't name Cryptic Command. Damn it. Alright, that's fine, actually. This actually works out. This works out okay. Damn. Yeah, that resolves. So I'm going to take 4 here. Hopefully it doesn't have another Meddling Mage. Okay, 2 cards in hand. Sure. Oh no. Why didn't I respond to that? Oh, it's so bad. What am I doing? This was a rough game. Why all the meddling mages? Why? Sure. Yeah, this is 5 in the air. Oh, or 7. Do I chump? I don't think so. Damnation. Oh! No way! Oh, I really wish I would have chumped. Oh my goodness, are you serious? Oh. Wow. That's backbreaking. Alright, well, we're done here. That was a series of a bunch of misplays. I didn't really expect him to have that second meddling mage. Or I just had like a brain fart when activated the Ether Vial on 2. Oh boy, that's so rough. I don't know if it really would have changed much. Yeah, I don't quite remember the exact sequencing of events that just happened, but I'm not entirely sure it would have changed the outcome of the match. But anyway, first match against humans, I played really well. This match, not so much. So hopefully you guys get to see some better plays in round number 4. Hey everyone, welcome back to round number 4. Hey, we're going to be on the play for once. That's nice. Ooh. Yeah, I'm reluctantly going to keep this. If this Serum Visions goes bad, then this game's going to go bad. There's really no other way to say it. But there's a lot of solid action in this hand that I'm okay keeping this. Oh, wow. That went about as good as it could have. I think I like keeping both of these, really. I don't see any reason. We got some Disruption and Thoughtseize, some Removal and Fatal Push. Snapcaster to do those things again. Liliana, which should be pretty good. So this is an Amulet Titan deck with no Amulet, which is nice. And I think I'd rather Fatal Push than Thoughtseize here. Letting them get to their ramp is not ideal. And then Thoughtseize is going to be very, very important. Oh, they did have the Amulet. Okay. No bounce land yet. Okay, now they got one. So we know they have a Gruul Turf. They don't have any play a couple of lands acceleration just yet. I think this just uses our mana so much better. Probably gonna end up discarding this island now. And I'm gonna play Liliana. screwing with their hand is priority in this matchup. They got rid of a Summoner's Pact. That's nice. Sure. So they're going to return Gemstone Caverns. And please don't play Azuri. Oh, okay. Ooh, interesting. So we are going to lose Liliana. So I don't think there's any reason to get rid of any of these cards. Depending. Let's see. Let's Inquisition first. Nice. So we get a Summoner's Pact and then we'll Thoughtseize away the prime time. And I see no reason to uptick this Liliana because both of these cards are pretty gas. Yeah, we may as well uptick here. We'll get rid of Liliana. And then I like the idea of Snapcaster Serum Visions. They got rid of Pact and Negation, so they only have Gemstone Mine in hand. Okay. So now we're going to snap Serum Visions and hopefully draw into a land here. And we'll get our opportunity to play Jace next turn. Nice. I don't think we need Polluted Delta. I do want another Snapcaster Mage. We'll play Tar Pit, pass the turn. Another Amulet. Okay. And they are out of cards. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at their top card. I'm okay with lands. On the bottom of their library, no. And we'll swing in for 2. Sure. They bounce a forest to their hand. Oh, very nice. Yeah, let's uptick. Rex Sage. No, you know what? I think that's fine. We'll swing in for 2. Basically, the only thing I'm not going to let them keep is a Summoner's Pact or a Primetime. Other than that, I don't think they can win the game. I suppose there's no reason. I probably should have attacked with Tar Pit last turn. Yeah, that's fine. Wow, they're actually going to let me do this? Let's take a look. Ancient Stirrings. Reveal a colorless card from among them, put it into your hand. I don't think I care about that. Again, like I said, just Summer's Pact and Prime Times are the only thing I care about, and this only gets colorless things, so no, you can have that. We'll animate Tar Pit. Swing for 5. Pass the turn. Sure. Sure. Oh, interesting. Okay. I don't. Oh, okay. I guess they can activate it with Gemstone. That's okay. I have Snap Fatal Push. We'll discard. I don't need Thoughtseize anymore. Ooh, Teleria West. Yeah, that has to go to the bottom. He has Gemstone and Creeping Tar Pit as sources of blue. Yeah, that's got to go on the bottom. And we'll swing in with Snapcaster Mage. We have Snap Push to take care of the Tar Pit. We need to fade a draw here. Because I'm pretty sure if they land a prime time, I just lose. Okay, Gemstone Mine. Nice. Yep. Target Fatal Push. Cast down's actually kind of nice. I think that saves me if they land a prime time. Play Bitter Blossom. That's a redraw anyway. But I think I'd rather make them spend their mana to cast this. So if I put this down, they get that card anyway, and they're going to get this card. They're going to get the next card no matter what. So I'd rather make them spend their mana to draw the extra card. I feel pretty safe, though, with cast down in hand. Sure. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Okay. Maybe it was incorrect to play out the Bitter Blossom. I don't know if they had an answer for Jace there. But then Bitter Blossom virtually guarantees us the win through through attacking. So I like Collective Brutality. I actually don't mind Ceremonious Rejection. I really like Surgicals here. Counter Squall is fine. Spreading Seas is actually not the worst. Liliana doesn't do all that much. It does take care of Rex Sage. Downfall, Cast Down are all good. I think they do bring in Hornet Queen, so keeping in the 1 damnation might be fine. I don't know. If we board out the Bitter Blossoms, his Rex Sages are really bad. I don't think that's a way to win anyway, because all their stuff has trample, so it doesn't really protect anything. And then some number of fatal pushes. I'll keep him. I think I can keep him 1 Bitter Blossom. All of these seem great. Cryptic is fine. Maybe I don't need the damnation. This all seems great. I think maybe I can cut 1 push and 2 Spreading Seas. I'm not entirely sure how to board correctly in this matchup. Like, I thought about even bringing in Ceremonious Rejection, but that's really a card you want on the play. Say Island Go, Ceremonious Rejection Amulet. And in this particular case too, they also had Engineered Explosives. I'm not super excited about this hand, but it does have Cryptic. Turn 2 Disruption, turn 3 hopefully draw into something. Well, turn 1 Ancient Strings is much better than turn 1 Amulet. Ooh, Liliana's nice. I think I play the Creeping Tar Pit and say go. Next turn I have Collective Brutality, followed by Liliana, followed by Jace and or Cryptic Command. That's a nice curve out. Sure. Ugh, didn't really want to see that. Duress. Kind of. Ooh, they have a Zuza. Okay. So that's what they're going to play next turn. And they can play the Forest and Ancient Stirrings. Which is probably fine, I think. If I take Ancient Stirrings, then I don't think... Yeah, they can play 2 additional lands. So they play a land, play a Zuza, play Forest, Gemstone Mine, Explorer. Yeah, I think Ancient Stirrings it's got too much selection. So I'll take Ancient Stirrings, make them spend more mana to draw 1 card rather than spending 1 mana to look at 5 and take potentially Amulet or okay, so what did they play? This Gemstone Mine, Forest, Sanctuary. Oh, okay, I guess they brought back the Gemstone Mine. Explorer, Azusa. So they have Gemstone Mine in hand. Plus 2 unknowns? That's correct, yeah. Alright, pass the turn. Uh-oh. Yeah. That's rough. We do have an answer to that, which is nice. I think we can actually uptick Lily, make them discard, and then play Lily. We'll discard Jace. Play Lily, sack Primetime. But that being said, I think they go and get Teleria West. Yeah, and they bounce Teleria West with a bounce land in hand. Ugh, that's rough. 3 cards in hand, 1 is a gemstone. Alright. Well, we're gonna discard. So they have Gemstone Mine, Teleria West. Okay, so they got rid of that. So Teleria West and 1 unknown. So we got to try to find a way to grind through these prime times. So they transmute 1 floating, then they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unless they actually just drew another prime time. Yikes. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Yeah, this deck's hard to, especially with with a good pilot, and my opponent's playing this deck very well. I did try to play this deck once, it did not go so well. I essentially went turn 1 Amulet, and then I had no clue what I was doing. So Teleria West in hand, and Slayer Stronghold, Haste, Vigilance, Shirt. Do I just die here? I don't think so. In order to give it double strike, this has to be untapped. I don't know how they untap it. Share Boros Garrison, bounce Teleria West. So they have 2 Teleria West in hand. Yikes. Okay, so Lily down. Field of Ruin. We could Jace, Brainstorm, and try to find surgical extraction. That might buy us some time to try to deal with this one. I don't mind that. That's not the. This is pretty much a go for it plan. If I whiff here, then I'm pretty much done. That's upsetting. Let's put back Snapcaster. I don't think I'm gonna get a chance to use this Inquisition. Maybe I put back Inquisition Snapcaster. And then I'll Serum Visions, draw my Snapcaster, put these to the bottom. Pass the turn. I'm digging essentially. And I think that may have been the only turn I had. Because I think I just die here. Yep. Thar. Interesting. I feel like they could have just gone for the kill here. They might still be able to, though. I think I get nugged for 6 with this creature on the field. Just 6 damage to that player. Holy crap. Yeah, I feel like they could have just gone for the win here. Again, they might still be able to. They're letting Jace live, eh? Bounce to Area West, yeah, that's fine. Okay, I guess I do have another shot at it. I do have a shuffle effect, I think. So 1, 2, go get a land. And then I still have Drowned Catacomb if I keep Drowned Catacomb. Okay, so I'll put back Tar Pit, Fatal Push. Play Drowned Catacomb. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. I think I'd rather just cut them off this. Because that way they can't just have 1 mana to activate both. I'll get a Swamp just in case I draw like Hero's Downfall or something. Alright, we'll pass the turn. Oh, wait a minute. I just died at Rurik Thar, right? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Alright. So, that went pretty bad. Maybe Damnation isn't, like, terrible. Maybe it is on the play, though. I don't think I like Bitter Blossom actually all that much. I think they can just be way too explosive. Bring back in the Spreading Seas. Yeah, I think I like this. This is probably fine. Yeah. Okay. It's not bad. I think I don't actually mind this. We'll keep this. A few too many lands, but we got some disruption in Spreading Seas. And then Liliana, which is nice. Maybe discard one of these lands, counter squall for some sort of nonsense. Maybe counter squall is not what I want to be doing. I don't know. Okay, well, Teleria West signifies a bounce land. Actually, what am I doing? Maybe Spreading Seas is just awful in this matchup because they can just bounce everything. Ugh. Would I rather a redraw here? Yeah, they're just gonna bounce it anyway. Or do I hold up Counter Squall for Ancient Stirrings or Explore or something? Maybe I'll do that instead. Yeah, maybe I needed to board out Spreading Seas. Awesome. Alright, so that paid off. Jace is actually a fine draw. Because now I can actually discard Spreading Seas. Actually, Spreading Seas might be better later. I think for now I'm going to discard the Swamp. Oh my goodness. Haha. Sure. I did not see that coming, so. Oops. I had no idea this deck played Spell Pierces. Sure. They must have lands, right? This deck plays like 30 lands. Okay. Play another bounce land, get rid of the forest. Or Bajuka Bog. Sure, that's fine. Okay, so now I think what I do is I spreading seeds this. It just sets them back a little bit. Actually, maybe it was correct to Inquisition first. Actually not anymore. Actually ended up working quite well. I think I can just get Island here. Serum Visions. Thoughtseize is great. I think that's, yeah, I think that was correct then. Bottom, Snapcaster top, will Thoughtseize. Okay. So Inquisition can take Summoner's Pact. And maybe I should have Inquisition first. They actually can't bounce any of this stuff with their lands, but they can play Explorer. I'm just going to take Prime Time though. Next turn, my plan is Inquisition plus Jace. Sure. Or depending on what I see, I can actually go Inquisition, Snap Inquisition. Or Snap Thoughtseize if they drew a... maybe they want to use it in response or something. Okay, so they found Simic Growth Chamber. Bouncing Bajuka Bog. Play Bajuka Bog, that's fine. Now I can't snap Thoughtseize, I can still snap Inquisition though, if I need to. 4 cards in hand, 1 unknown. Alright. Yeesh. Alright. Are they gonna do it in response? Sure. It does give me a turn though, I think. Sure. We're gonna get another look, so. Obstinate Baloth, Primetime, Sunhome, Fortress, and Teleria West. Yikes. Yeah, we don't, this doesn't look good. Okay. Well, we're gonna Jace Brainstorm. Ugh. That's rough. I think we want to keep Field of Ruin. Put back that. Pass the turn. So we'll play this to get our shuffle effect. Oh my goodness. Yikes, I don't think I want all these snapcasters. We'll put back these, I think. I think I gotta kill the Simic Growth Chamber. Keep them off mana. Oh, actually, you know what? I can actually snap Inquisition. I think I'm gonna do that, just to keep all my information. Oh, beauty. Okay, that worked out nicely. Alright. Now, in their upkeep, I'm gonna bust the Simic Growth Chamber. Okay. This can actually fetch basic swamp, so I'm gonna get the island. So they found a forest, and they're gonna play Obstinate Baloth. Sure. That's fine. Play Teleria West. Oh wait, how did that work? Oh, okay, never mind. They went and actually got a forest with... Oh, this can't fetch that anymore. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Darn. Well, I'm going to brainstorm. Fatal Push is fine. I don't think I want these 2 lands. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to put these back. I'm going to play the Bloodstained Mire. Fetch for the swamp. I can push the Baloth. I can actually play another Jace. Brainstorm for Thoughtseize, hopefully. Yeesh, that's risky. But I can't let them land this prime time. Surgical. Oh, sweet! So I'm going to draw step Surgical. I have to put back 2 cards. I can put back Lily and Surgical. Serum Visions. It doesn't really matter. I want Lily on it anyway. I'll just put back Lily and yeah, Serum Visions, because I actually can Surgical, snap Surgical. Okay, here we go. So draw step, Surgical your prime time. They have an Azusa in hand. And what can they go get? They can go get Obstinate Baloth, Rurik Thar. Rurik Thar costs 6. They can't actually play that because they don't actually have that. I can Obstinate Baloth, Azusa, or okay. Actually, let's get rid of that too. Okay. And then, do I get rid of Baloth? I think I do. I don't care about Azusa. Oh, they can go get Walking Ballista. I don't care about that though. Oh wait, no, they can't go get Walking Ballista for a green creature. Sure. Um, bottom, top. Each player discards a card. We'll draw 3. Put back. Oh, sweet. Oh, I really appreciate that concession from my opponent because it was going to be hard for me to close up this game that quickly. But shout out Charles Burkowski. Played this deck incredibly well. I got pretty fortunate with these Jace brainstorms. Jace is absolutely insane. Found me all the cards I needed to get through this game. But again, shout out to my opponent for conceding. Again, it was going to be hard for me to close out that game in 3 minutes, but I feel like I did. We did have that game locked up. So up to 3-1. We'll see you guys for round 4 or round number 5. Hey everybody, welcome to round number 5. We're going to be on the play. Ooh. Yeah, sure, this seems fine. Go ahead and keep this. In the dark, I think it's okay to fetch a Watery Grave here. Ooh, I like both of these actually. Put on top, put on top. Oh boy. Is this ad nauseum? 2 Lotus Blooms suspended. Oh boy. Well, I'm glad we kept both those Inquisitions. I would like to draw Thoughtseize though. That would be a nice draw. Maybe I should have just kept 1. So they do have ad nauseum. They can't kill me next turn, can they? 1. No, they can't. I'm drawing another thing. So if they need to draw an untapped mana to play Pentad Prism. So I think I actually take Simian Spirit Guide. I'm not. That could be the wrong pick, but that if they draw an untapped land, I just think it's, or if they don't draw an untapped land, I think it's so much better for me. I probably should have looked at what they scryed to the top, if they scryed to the top or bottom. Okay, they didn't put a bottom of their library. Okay, yeah, that was a mistake on my part. I should have looked at that. But that keeps them off Pentad Prism. And now I can actually just take Pentad Prism. Dismiss. Alright. I need to find a Thoughtseize very soon though. So this is ramp. He's come down in 2 turns. Choose a card name, reveal a card, stop your library, until you reveal the card with that name, then put that card into your hand, exile all those cards, reveal it, use 1 life for each K. Well, I think I'm definitely taking Pentad Prism. Okay, so they topped the card. Sure. Oh, they might just be naming that top card. Phyrexian Unlife. That was on top, eh? Okay. Oh, they drew it. Okay. So those are their 3 cards in hand. Oh boy, Thoughtseize. Inquisition. Oh no. Don't think I win anymore. Oh no, if I just snap take their Phyrexian Unlife, they can't win, right? I don't even have to do that. So I think I take Phyrexian Unlife, although they can just Spoils of the Vault for another one. I really wish I had... Yeah. I can't snap Inquisition. If one of these Field of Ruins was any other colored source, I could. Okay, I'm just gonna F6 because I can't actually do anything. So they have one unknown in hand. I wish I knew how Ad Nauseam worked a little bit better. But I do think they need some sort of you can't lose the game effect before they cast Ad Nauseam. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think our opponent can actually like cast Ad Nauseam, reveal until they find like you can't lose the game effect, because they actually have to finish resolving this first. Sure. Yeah. Oh, Angel's Grace. Okay, so they did find it. What was all the time for? Lightning Storm costs 3, right? So they should have 3 Spirit Guides left? Yeah. One, two, three, Lightning Storm in my face. Just want to make sure that 2 charge count on you may choose a new target for it. Okay, so this is a brand new ability. I want to see how this stacks. Okay, that should be enough, right? Where X is 3 plus the number of charge counters, so each one nugs me for an additional 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so these are abilities. Okay, I see. Okay. So then I let this all resolve. And this is for my own personal information as to how this works on the stack. Okay. Alright. So damnation is garbage. Fatal push is garbage. Okay, I'm gonna take out all the removal for now. Even Last Hope is awful. Bring in Counter Squall. Bring in Ceremonious Rejection. Bring in Surgicals. Bring in Collective Brutalities. Okay. Is Bitter Blossom the way to go in this deck? I don't think I want to be taking a turn off to do that. Okay, so I can bring in one more thing. I'll bring in a... No, Fatal Push needs to be Revolted, I believe. I'm just going to quickly look up Lab Maniac. And it is a 3-drop creature, non-legendary. So I think Cast Down is the card I want then. And I think that's pretty good. That seems fine. I don't know, maybe Bitter Blossom is something I want in this matchup. Yes, I would like to play first. Oh, wow. Interesting. Yeah, I guess Tar Pit's not a bad way to win the game. Sure. Let's keep this. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to play Tar Pit first and just pass. Next turn, I can Serum Visions. And we'll map out the next few turns. Okay. So they do have a Lotus Bloom suspended. Okay. So let's Serum Visions. Inquisition is great, and drawing Ceremony is good. I don't need the mana, but I will put this on top. And I think I play... I kind of want to save it for that. So if they play Pentad Prism... No, I still think I would counter it, because I could draw Snapcaster and flash it back in a few turns. Ooh, Phyrexian on life, that stinks. Sure. If I take Lightning Storm, can they even win? I feel like I would have to find my um, hmm. I would have to find my cast down, and then I would still get got by Pact of Negation. Um, damn. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Pact of Negation. See, this sets me up nicely for countering the Lotus Bloom. I actually think I'm gonna Surgical it too. No reason to take damage here. And their hand is pretty garbage. They have one source of black mana to even cast Ad Nauseam. And they did not draw another one. Something good. Spreading Seas is nice. Let's play Tar Pit. Spreading Seas the Gemstone Mine. Oh, we drew Collector Brutality too? That's sweet. So just take Ad Nauseam and Surgical it? I think that's how it works, right? Just come off Suspend? Do I have enough mana to do everything? I do. There's no reason to take damage here. So let's... Actually, Collective Brutality can actually kill Lab Maniac, so I think I Thoughtseize. And just save the... Oh, fantastic. Leyline of Sanctity. That is actually really good to know about. 2 copies? Okay. Oh, I didn't exile the one from the yard. That's fine. I don't think they have any way to get it back. Sure. Two cards on the bottom. Sure. And now I just think I start my Creeping Tar Pit beatdown. Ooh, Liliana. No, I don't think that's super important to get onto the field right now. I'll tap a little differently here, just to kind of bluff something, I guess. Gemstone Mine, sure. Cast a Spirit Guide? Sure. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, Phyrexian Unlife is annoying, but I don't think... I still think this is our best. This is our best configuration. Ceremonious Rejection felt really good. Surgical felt amazing. This card won us the game. That's the thing with this card. I know a lot of people who aren't super big fans of extraction effects, but against certain decks, it'll just win you the game. So I can't, I'm not going to complain too hard about having it in my deck. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. Yeesh. Yeah, we'll keep. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine. Like, that's really annoying, but... at least it doesn't brick our hand. I'm gonna get Watery Grave. Serum Visions. They didn't suspend a Lotus Bloom, which is nice. Counter Squall. Oh, man. I am gonna keep it, just because it's our only way to live, essentially. I think I'm gonna Spreading Seas here. It uses our mana a little bit more effectively and gives me another draw. I think it's probably better, more correct to keep them off black mana. Collective Brutality. That's not what I want. So next turn, hopefully I can Serum Visions into another land. I gotta hit these land drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black. Okay, well I did hit a land drop, which is nice. So play this, Serum Visions, and I'm gonna leave up Counter Squall. I don't think I need another Spreading Seas or Field of Ruin at this point. No. I have another Serum Visions in hand, so I'm okay with this. Okay, well, it looks like they don't have it yet. Do I need doubles of something this turn, or can I get Tar Pit down? I don't think I do. I'm gonna put Tar Pit down and Serum Visions. I'll bottom both of these. See, here's all my lands. I need them to not have Pact of Negation. I get ruined by Pact of Negation. I don't really like the spot we're in right now. I would very much like to draw. Yeah, that's fine. I would very much like to draw Cryptic Command. I actually don't know if this is fine. Maybe it was correct to counter this. Whoa. Really? What happened there? You draw one life. What card did they name? Like, is this them just going for it and they just whiffed? Reveal. So it wasn't Spirit Guide. Oh, they must have named like Phyrexian Unlife or Angel's Grace. Yeah, I guess that's what they went for. They went for a can't lose the game effect, and ended up losing the game. Ironically. Wow. All right. So that's one way to win, I guess. But hey, we got some nice prizes. We'll talk about the deck first, and then we'll get to some chest action. So just give me a second to reset. All right, guys. Thanks for watching those matches. We'll talk about the deck. Overall, I thought it played really, really well. Obviously, we ended the league 4-1, so couldn't have ran too bad. We did get a little lucky in that last round against against our ad nauseam opponent, who I'm going to assume named Angel's Grace and or Phyrexian Unlife as their sort of don't lose the game effect. I feel like if they did hit it in their top 20 cards, they would have probably won on the following turn. Especially if they had one of their copies of Pact of Negation in hand. But anyway, round 3 against humans, I'm still on tilt about how I played that third game. I feel like that was a very, very winnable matchup. So there you go. This was essentially this league could have easily ended up 5-0. I'm not gonna blame anything on luck in that match. That was completely my doing. There were ways. I'm gonna say there were different lines I could have taken that may have prevented me from losing. I may have still ended up losing in the long run, but we don't we don't know what was on top of either of our decks. So there's no way to tell. I could have played it a little bit better for sure. But as you can see, we did Ultimate Jace a lot more than you probably would have thought before we started this video. Cryptic Command was absolutely outstanding in certain matchups. Yeah, I just thought the whole deck performed really, really well. I still really like this main deck configuration. Some things I would like to try out in the sideboard are instead of Surgicals, even though Surgical was absolutely insane against our Amulet opponent, as well as game 2 of our Ad Nos match. These were Surgical was absolutely great. I don't think we really got a chance to bring in Nihil Spellbomb. That's more for the serious graveyard decks. Which is why I'm thinking that maybe we could go down to 3 copies of Leyline of the Void and then 1 copy of Surgical. I think it's worth a shot for the future. We didn't run into any burn, so it was hard to see how well our 2 Collective Brutalities would have done, but overall I do like the sideboard. I thought Ceremonious Rejection is still relatively necessary, even though we only saw it against Ad Nauseam. Counter Squall, again, it's just a must-have. You could put Negate in this slot, but I find that having a copy or having access to 1 blue and 1 black is not that difficult, and I think the 2 life is relevant, especially because our deck has hard times closing up games, even when especially when we board out cards like Bitter Blossom. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. I did promise you guys some chest action. Let's go ahead and we'll open up all of these. Yes, open them all. Something good, something good, something good. Alright, how did we do? This looks absolutely terrible. Oh, never mind. I'm not quite sure how much this is worth anymore. But I'll take a Tarmogoyf. I know for a fact that shuffles a graveyard and hand into their library and then draw 7 cards. You untap 6. Oh, time spiral might actually be worth something. Yeah, maybe this is. I hear LSV all the time in Cube talk about how this is your best draw 7. So this is worth stone nothing. I don't know. Somebody came up with some sort of Grixis Cruel deck that I don't know how it did, but it's probably worth nothing. Date rate's worth a few things. I think Life from the Loam is actually worth quite a bit. This might actually end up being okay, and then 60 play points is not an insignificant amount. So overall, pretty solid. Like I said, guys, thanks so much for watching. Click like if you liked this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Please feel free to leave some comments. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. All right, until next time.